life. Yeah, say, never backing down at all. Yeah, say, lions dance, tell them man we are not afraid. Fire blaze, where I come from, I say we renegade. It's 96 degrees, yeah, in the friggin' shade, and the streets are blaze. Man who have the end of
say my people want peace, so we fight here for freedom. One fist multiplied to a whole coliseum. We out here marching in the streets for a reason. It's CMR, take them off season. Yeah,
it's that King T on a hot beat of a dope track in the studio. Then to the stage, they so amazed, then fire blaze to another show. Prosperity, charity, come together, then world relief. CMR, then world peace, all the things that should be.
Through the mist, I arise like a phoenix. Souljah Bless, roll with Jaja now, and I mean it. Fire, them already see the way how we scheming. CMR to the top floor, no ceiling.
Yeah, top floor need a ring like Illuminati. Chop the beat, sauce it up like some teriyaki. We the gods, we the movement, trendsetter music, teachers of the art, Mr. Miyagi.
We come together, the universe is now unified. So sick of the police and the reasons of their genocide. We march the streets and we feel the mace, they spray in our eyes. We fight for freedom and we'll fight until the day we die.
I wake up living, seeing my life. I'm human, but I'm trying to get it right. A movie by the end of the night. I'll do this for the rest of my life. I wake up living, seeing my life. I'm human, but I'm trying to get it right. A movie by the end of the night. I'll do this for the rest of my life.
You know I'll do this for the rest of my life. Yeah, seeing more life. Yeah.
Watch ya, my people stand up for freedom. Find out we out we dealing. Knee on the neck of the demon. We here to clean up the season. Them are wicked without reason. So they got up, we keep it. No way for them to creep in. See my life, we mean it.
You can reach my altitude morning, afternoon. Hit me down at the tune. See them all gone national, factual. No cap beating on my thorax. Here go again, ain't nigga hold that. Just heard it today, it's throwback. Couldn't tell to wave with the flow at. Doors open a blaze and we gon' win.
For all of my people, I'm praying. Please get away, I ain't playing. Winning in life, I'm just saying. How could you ever betray them? Thinking of all of the times the haters were happy to see us in struggle. Now we on top of the world, we taking their hate and busting their bubble.
I wake up living, seeing my life. I'm human, but I'm trying to get it right. A movie by the end of the night. I'll do this for the rest of my life. I wake up living, seeing my life. I'm human, but I'm trying to get it right. A movie by the end of the night. I'll do this for the rest of my life.
Okay, all right. Peanut butter jelly with a baseball bat.
What?
Right? Peanut butter jelly
With a baseball bat?
Peanut butter jelly with a baseball bat.
Peanut butter.
Jelly time. Peanut butter jelly
time.
Peanut butter
Jelly time.
Peanut butter jelly. Peanut butter jelly. Peanut butter jelly. Peanut. Peace, and more peace. What is going on, everybody, man? Welcome back to another episode. We are the Hot Mango Seed Podcast. This is episode number 18. I hope it's 18. Right?
Is it 18?
I don't even know.
I don't
I'm
know
pretty
either.
sure. I'm confident.
Somewhere around there.
We won't be counting,
Somewhere.
We count. Hey, but welcome back, man. Another episode. My name is LaRue. I'm here with the Hot Mango Seed crew. To my left, the botanist, Rob Raider.
How y'all doing?
Yeah. Normally, we'd have the VI Massive Souljah Bless with us. He's out of town,
Shout out
traveling.
Souljah.
Safe travels to you. But we do got the super producer. Dang, what I say?
Super mega producer.
Goes by the name of Henny Skywalker.
Yo, what's going on? Souljah Bless in the building.
You just filled in for him. And last but not least, man, the king of all kings, King T.
I'm going to tell y'all right now, don't you ever worry or have fear because the king is right here.
Hey,
He
Don't
remixed
worry.
it.
he did.
Y'all like that? Y'all like that remix? Little
Yeah,
something.
right.
It's the Bad Boy remix.
The bad
Bad
boy.
boy.
Please don't say bad boy and,
Oh, yeah.
and King T in the same.
Take that.
I don't want no affiliation.
Yeah, man, the VI Massive Souljah Bless, man. He's not with us today, but he's here in spirit.
Shout out to Bless.
Yeah.
Soldier bless,
He
never
down there,
stress.
He helping mama.
Big ups, brother.
Yeah. How y'all doing though? How's your weekend?
It's good. It's good. It's
Burnt.
good, man.
Burnt.
Happy to be alive. Happy to be alive. Yeah. Every day above ground is a good day. And I know that was, in a movie with Scarface, and it's, it's like cliche to say something like, but it's real. That's real. Every morning I wake up, I'm just like, thank you, because I didn't think I was gonna see this one.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Every
Real
day.
talk.
What about you? How's your weekend, Henny?
Shit, I ain't think I was gonna see this one.
Hey.
There we go.
Weekends this week been crazy. I've been turning up a little bit too much.
Yeah, he's on the,
He been
all
partying. She ain't stopped.
It's all good. Hey, happy Libra season, guys. It's y'all turn.
So you telling me that Virgo season is spilling over into Libra season?
Oh, it's always spilling.
Henny ain't stopped
Libras ain't gonna do
partying.
nothing about it either.
Fuzzy tacos.
Hell, Fuzzies was
Oh,
lit.
that's right. How was that?
Fuzzies was lit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I couldn't go.
Yeah, $2 tequila. Nah, man.
$2 tequila.
It was a hell of
keep
a
it
night.
going.
Oh my
That
goodness.
sounds dangerous.
Yeah.
$2 tequila.
And some good tacos. Yep.
Oh yeah, and tacos.
You can for real be like, yo, you drinking tequila? You,
Everybody.
and
Everybody.
we get 8 tequilas.
Yeah, for real, for
Shout out
$2
to
a
Walking
piece.
fast might just get a shot.
Taco Tuesday.
Shout out Fuzzies.
That was good.
Man,
Now I gotta
shout out
check 'em out.
Fuzzies. Yeah. But how about you, Rob? How's your week been? How was the weekend?
Just tired. Just trying to recover, honestly. Yeah, really. There's just so much going on this month. Like, everybody's born every day.
A lot of parties.
A lot. Just too much, man. Just like,
You sound like
slow down.
you sound like you've been at all the parties that Hitty been at.
Virgo
real.
season be lit, man. I'll
Yeah.
tell y'all why.
Why?
Most of our parents are Capricorns.
Oh,
Yeah.
That makes-
New Year's.
that's a lot of
Yeah,
math.
they got
Turn
ass,
ups.
and here we are.
Turn ups.
You know?
You tired though? You burnt?
Yeah, I mean, Leo season was straight. It was nice and chilled. And then Virgo season comes, it's like, come on.
When does
Party
it
out.
stop?
Yeah, they just party. Like, and
Party.
they don't do it different. They do it different than everyone else. It's like everyone else's birthday is just a day. Their birthday is the first week leading into it, then birthday, and then the transcending after it and all that good stuff. And it's just, yeah. It's-
They let you know Virgos are the type to be like, I'm gonna need you to block off. Wait, block off? Like, yeah, I'm
Yeah.
gonna need you to block off the weekend of.
yeah, take off like 3 or 4 days. Like, what? Like, yo, I need to work.
Like, it's your birthday on Tuesday.
Nah, I need you to take off like 2 or 3 days because we want to do like nah.
Virgo birthdays are an experience. If you've never experienced it, next year we got you.
Hey, that's
So
what's
big
up.
They
party.
got too much energy for me.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Like, I ducked a party last week because I was just like, yeah, this Virgo season, I can't.
Yeah.
I can't.
It does seem like every week somebody's in a group chat talking about, are you guys going to this event? Are you guys going to this party? And it's just like, wow, that's a little too overkill.
Man,
Yeah, it's a lot.
let me tell y'all, like, I've been talking about it in the background, but man, I'm just getting back to Orlando. The band UFO, Universal Funk Orchestra. Shout out to y'all.
Shout out UFO.
Shout out.
And you're in that band.
I'm in that
Yeah.
band. We had a gig on Friday in Macon, Georgia, at the Hummingbird. It was lit.
Macon.
That was, man, like, when I tell you, it was packed in there, and they were there to see us, which was
Nice.
like, I sent y'all the group text, like, yo, it is popping in here.
Yeah.
Macon got a music scene?
They do.
That's a good one.
Yeah. I don't know about a scene. I can't even. I've been to Macon 2 times, so
Yeah.
Me too. For racing though.
For racing.
racing what?
Drag racing.
Oh, okay.
My uncle, he's a racer. So he does drag racing. The
Oh,
one that you
snap.
met at my birthday, the youngest uncle.
Yeah?
The bald head one with the red shirt.
Okay.
Yeah, my uncle Adam. House cat. What's good? What's good? What's good, sir?
What's
You
good,
called
Uncle
him a house
Adam?
cat.
That's his nickname.
Okay.
House cat.
You know?
That's dope.
And he'd have us out there these drag races. I got pictures and stuff too, like from teenage years up to adult years. Me and my grandma and all of us sitting like in the back of a van,
That's-
watching them race, and the cars just like. I'm like, yo, that's wild.
Yeah.
Just a dope.
Nice.
I don't know if I ever been to a drag
You
race.
should go.
Macon.
It's fun.
Yeah, but Macon. But what's cool about Macon is it's like there's this different. Like that was the first time I seen a lot of college kids at that one. But there's always these like OGs that are there. You know, like older people. Like, and they come to hear the music. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, so y'all gonna do some live music? Like, yeah. It's a cool place. It's called the Hummingbird. So we stayed.
Okay.
We played on Friday there. You know, and we played in Savannah. We always come back to Savannah. That's where we were last night. And literally, man, I got back here just like a couple hours ago, and my brain is scattered.
Yeah, you just came
He's
from the
fried,
road straight
he's
to the
fried.
from the road straight to the podcast, didn't you?
Yeah.
Dedication. Y'all see what
Yeah.
it takes? That's what it takes to win.
But let me tell you real dedication.
Subscribe to dedication.
Let me tell you real dedication. I watched football the whole time on the way back. That
I
is
believe it.
dedication. Spotty and all. Like, yeah.
Wow.
I believe that.
Don't judge me.
They won.
I'm not
I
judging.
think Seahawks won today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Seahawks won today. You know, we played the Miami Dolphins. They're beat up, though. Shout out to Miami, the 305. I love y'all. But, you know, we beat them. The Raiders lost.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they lost.
Can you explain that?
No, you can keep going.
No. But yo, man, big ups to you for watching us, man, supporting us. We definitely see y'all. We are the platform that drills down to the seed on topics relating to cryptocurrency, which we're going to get into today, the marijuana industry, the gaming industry, relationships, music, and so much more. You know, we're really here just a collection of friends. We don't claim to be experts in anything, but we do our research and we keep our ears to the street. I made that up. I like that.
What you talking about when you put your finger by your ear?
Hey, sorry. I'm sorry. But yeah. We haven't done this for a while. Florida man stories.
Florida man.
What you got?
Yeah. So today I thought we'd go into some Florida man stories. We haven't done it for a while. You know, and for those who don't know, or you might be new to us as a platform, you know, and again, we're missing the VI Massive, but we are Florida residents. We're located in the city, beautiful Orlando, Ozone. We're not allowed to say Ozone no more. We've been banned, according to Henny Skywalker.
Oh, no, y'all can say what y'all want.
Or maybe
I'm
it
just an
wasn't you.
Orlando native, and we won't call it no Ozone.
There
It's
you
the
go.
O.
True that. But, you know, while living here, you know, it's there's rarely a dull moment, of course, like I'm sure you read in the papers or you hear the stories. You know, we wear flip-flops on Christmas. We party during hurricanes.
Facts.
And some of us are brave enough to swim with alligators.
Yeah.
Facts.
Yeah.
But
Grand Theft Auto.
you know, there's also this uniqueness about this place, and we come across these stories, you know, and there's actually a website called the Florida Man. And anyways, there was this story right here, man. So a Florida man, I'll just give you the headline. The Florida man hides cocaine in his nose.
That's a great place to hide it.
Pretty smart.
So check this out.
Pretty smart.
Earlier this week, Joel Craig Wallace was speeding on US 19 in Pasco County late on Tuesday evening when the Florida Highway Patrol attempted to pull him over. Excuse me. Instead of complying with the police, Wallace led the officers on a car chase, and he took him all the way to his house. Yeah, he led the cops all the way to his house. As Wallace pulled up to his house, he realized he had some booger sugar on him, right? And he said, damn, I got to get rid of this. So he decided the best place to hide it at that time was to put it up his nose. So he ended up snorting up all of the cocaine in this parking lot right in front of his house. And he thought it was going to work, but it didn't work. And from the look of his mugshot, if you go look up, just Google Joel Craig Wallace, his mugshot, like he got powder on his nose. And
Look him up right now.
the troopers, they ended up arresting Wallace on multiple charges, including fleeing, possession of cocaine, tampering with evidence. But I was thinking, like, at least, like, man, jail ain't gonna suck for a couple hours because he gonna be high as a kite.
Yo, the question is, how much of it did he get rid of?
That's the question. Yeah, I wonder
Because
that too.
that's going to determine how big that case going to be on him.
Even
Yeah.
he's laughing because that's
You
ridiculous.
see the picture?
Yeah.
He laughing because he probably stoned in there.
Kinda
Yeah,
like
nose all
Dash.
white, everything.
He
Like,
does look like that, right? You see the show?
Let me see.
That's his mugshot. Just go Google him, look him up. But what I was
I don't know
thinking
if y'all
though,
can see it there, but yeah.
what I was thinking
Man.
is, so when the cop was trying to pull him over, maybe he was doing the rest of his cocaine while he was driving home, and like, I got to get rid of this. But the best spot to do all the drugs. Interesting.
Yeah.
That was crazy.
Yeah, and that's
Hide it
like
in his nose.
so. Yeah, so another story though, which is one I wonder if y'all have heard, and it's kind of on brand and really aligns with what we're doing today, our topic. So a man in Florida was recently caught by the FBI in a Bitcoin crime spree. So Malone Lamb, also known as Anne Hathaway online.
What?
Yeah.
Anne Hathaway.
Anne Hathaway. That was his.
That's an actress.
Yeah, and that was
That's
his
a great
online alias. And then he has another alias as well. And then his buddy, and I'll try to pronounce his name, Jadel Sereno, also known as Versace God online.
Versace God.
So these two and a few others figured out a way to fraudulently sneak into people's crypto accounts and swipe their cash, and then use ways to wash their money to make it so that nobody will see. So they used all kind of tactics like fake VPNs, pass-through wallets, and peel chains. And I was like, what the hell is a peel chain? So a peel chain, as I looked up, it's a method of peeling back these small amounts of cryptocurrency from somebody's account so that it won't alarm them. I think of it like bank fees. Like you take 8 cents, 10 cents, probably more than that.
Using crypto.
Take tiny bits, tiny amounts of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it doesn't set off any red flags or whatever. So that's peel chains. And so all of these tactics that they were using will make it hard for anybody to trace where their money was coming from. So to my understanding, these guys have been doing this crypto theft ring for a while, and they weren't really quiet about it. That's what's interesting. So these guys went all out. They were traveling the world. They were partying in the best nightclubs. They spent money on luxury cars, mansions, luxury watches, and they splurged on designer bags. And they also rented out some like luxury, like these guys. So the main dude, Malone Lamb, was from Singapore. And he kind of traveled back and forth from Miami to L.A. And so they had rented out some like really luxurious places in Miami and L.A. So one of their big come-ups was the one that ended up getting them caught, and that was in D.C. So they ended up stealing 4,100 Bitcoin from someone. And you're thinking like 4,100 Bitcoins, that's whatever.
No, whole
That's a lot.
Bitcoins.
Whole Bitcoins. That
Wow.
That's a lot.
that was worth $230 million
Shit.
at the time. And this is what caught the FBI's attention. So this case right now is still under investigation, but these guys are definitely facing federal charges. And
Yeah, they're getting 25 to life or something.
and they're 20 and 21.
Yeah, they're getting a lot of time. They ain't getting out.
They ain't getting out for a while.
They ain't getting
I
out.
hope they enjoy their life.
But if they could have got away with it.
Yeah.
If they wasn't stupid, like if they didn't start splurging,
Uh-huh.
you know what I mean. And I realized that with a lot of thieves, especially the digital thieves, is what usually catches them is themselves buying stuff they have no business buying. Greed always if you greedy in anything, you're gonna get caught, or it's gonna crumble sooner or later.
Bruh, like that just reminds me of a story. I remember I was on the football team, Little League football.
Ankle biters.
This is a true story too. I got tore up. Another tore up story. We're selling pepperoni sticks. Like each player got like 25 pepperoni sticks, and you got to sell them, and you're like to get your uniforms or whatever. Bro, I sat up there and ate all of them. Like when I tell you that, like when I'm down to that last one. And I'm like, man, my mom is gonna kill me.
Oh yeah.
Like
What you was selling them for? What was the price?
They were probably like, man, it was ridiculous too. Maybe like $3 or something.
$3 a stick.
Damn.
Yeah.
First of all, I ain't never seen a school sell pepperoni sticks. Though.
Yeah,
What kind of
pepperoni sticks
idea
of
is
all
that?
things. Like,
He's
who's out here eating pepperoni
like
sticks?
chocolate
It
bars,
was
candy bars.
Yeah, it was a little league football team.
Yeah.
So like being from Washington State, like Boy Oberto,
He said,
Boy Oberto
sticks.
pepperoni,
Yeah.
was
Pepperoni
like the main one, bro.
Chocolate.
Like it was like at first I was just like, I'm gonna have one. Like my mom, like they're not gonna notice one's missing.
Yeah.
Damn, that was good. Let me have another one. And it got to a point I was down, like when you're reaching down there and you're going, oh no.
You just filling up with plastic.
Yeah. Like, oh no. I polished off of all these and we
Yeah.
are accountable for this money.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got tore up. But
Yeah,
that
greed to get you. Greed to get you.
You got tore up and your stomach was bubbling.
and my stomach was bubbling. I was wrapping pepperonis around my fingers like they're rings. Thought I was
Yeah, I love crypto to death, but there is a lot of scammers out there.
Yeah.
Isn't that a
There
trip?
is a lot
though?
of
Like,
scammers, and a lot of times people get scammed because they're too lazy to do research and they just want fast money, and so they buy into something that had obvious red flags. Just because they're trying to get the quick money. Yeah,
like I never heard of I've heard of fake VPNs,
Yeah.
right? But I never heard of pass-through wallets or pill chains.
Yeah.
Like these are actual
That's the
terms.
first time I heard of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, like these guys, I feel like are the beginning of, what gives all these people this anxiety. Like when the FTC, right? They passed something. Was it the FTC for Ethereum? The
spot Ethereum spot ETFs. Yeah, Ethereum spot ETFs. Yep.
They're starting to make these, moves forward to try to make digital currency, more available, easier access. And then there's stuff like this. It's like,
Yeah.
like 4,100 Bitcoin. That's like your retirement plan. Like,
That's more than a retirement plan. That's that's a whole empire just got stolen.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just got to be careful, man. It's
4,100.
a dangerous world to navigate, but in the end, you think about 99% of the crimes are committed with hard cash, with real money, regular fiat dollars. So no matter what the currency is, people are going to find ways to scam it. It's just our duty to be careful. As you ain't going to put your money in a bank that nobody's heard of, right? You're not going to put your money into something that no one's ever heard of. You're going to put your money into a certified bank that people already know about, that has been proven to be good. So same thing with your crypto. You ain't going to spend. Why would you spend money on something that no one has a clue about? But it's also a risk-taking asset. You know what I mean?
I'll tell you too, like another thing that nobody had a clue about is the diddler. Like the diddler is
The diddler.
how is so Sean P. Diddy Combs is back in the headlines. He dominated the headlines last week.
For the
real.
love.
Like everywhere. I feel like every day something's happening. So what kind of sparked it off, I feel like recently was Dawn, I can't remember her last name now, but from the group, the Dirty Money, right? That group, am I just
I have no clue
So-
who that is.
Yeah, that was Diddy's group with two girls.
Okay,
so
there you
there's
go.
two girls from the group that he had. I believe it's Dirty Money, and so one of the girls is funny, right? Because one of the girls from Dirty Money was earlier on in this, like all of it was like she was one of the first.
Diddy Kane.
No.
No,
Danny-
I'm
no?
thinking Dirty
But
Money
Aubrey
because
from Danny Kane did say something too.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
she talking about Dirty Money.
Yeah.
They had like a bigger thing going on. For
And
sure.
the thing about it though is that like one of the girls, because there's two girls in Dirty Money. One of the girls was all like when Cassie came out, she was going like, I ain't never had problems with Diddy. Like our business has always been good with Diddy. So she was coming out and she was like really having his back. And then this other member, Dawn, just recently came out and she just like had a case like Cassie's, like all these other people who have like, it's not just like this one time. It's like they've been dealing with this guy and haven't said nothing for a long time. So it's not looking good for him. For the first time, P. Diddy's been arrested.
I saw the video when they hemmed him up too.
Bro.
He walked into the hotel wherever he was at, Soon as he walked in the door, like two white men walk out of nowhere, and you knew they was there for him because they were the only white dudes in the camera screen. Everybody else was black. There's a whole bunch of people, and they just looked at him, and it almost looked like Diddy knew they was gonna be there. To say the truth, when I saw the video, he walked right up to him and looked like he just put his hands behind his back.
That's like that video I sent to the group where he was walking around. Was he in Harlem? He was
doing random things.
Yeah, he was just out there eating. It looked like he was drinking.
Yo, Diddy's out here. Diddy,
Diddy,
Yo, what's crazy, man?
And the way he looked in that video, like he knew he was about to go down.
Yeah.
Like his whole demeanor in that video looked like he knew.
And that's what's funny is like I know his lawyers was trying to say I've been reading or hearing stuff that he was planning to turn himself in.
Right.
That he was so-called going to turn himself in. But, we mentioned this before.
Too late now, nigga?
That back in, I think it was May or earlier this year, they had the raids on his houses. And we all collectively were like, man, they going to find some stuff.
Well, they found some things.
Yeah.
Found a lot of things.
They raided his house in Miami, in LA. It's like as much as you can maybe get a heads up and hide something, you can't hide everything.
Yeah, but that one in New York, bro, 1,000 bottles of lube, that shit is diabolical.
Like he was like having secret bodybuilding competitions.
1,000 bottles of lubricants and oils. Like
that's wild, right? So they found when they did the raids, they found recordings of the freak offs. They found ghost guns, with the scratched off cereal, and then they found all this lube.
And baby oil.
And baby
oil.
Yeah. I've been seeing a lot of things, people, posting up about what they found, and unfortunately, some of the videos they found, definitely had some people that are their careers are gonna be highly affected by when it comes out. Yeah, and I haven't seen any actual proof of who some of the people are, but I'm hearing Justin Bieber. I'm hearing what's her name? Pink just deleted, her and Usher just deleted their entire Twitter accounts, over 1,000 posts. And so I don't know, what the factors are and if it's really, they're in trouble, but basically a lot of people are cleaning up stuff. What were you saying earlier, Rob, about the CEOs or bosses of companies
Kevin
bouncing?
Lyles, like a lot of people are
and Kevin Lyles is big. He's big.
I heard that. Like I heard a whole bunch of people are stepping down and resigning.
Yeah,
like a lot of powerful people that was affiliated or next to Diddy are stepping down.
They're saying that Diddy was the what's his name, Epstein of the music industry.
But they also said
one of the many, but he wasn't. No.
Yeah.
Another thing they said is like a lot of his charges are like identical to R. Kelly's.
Yeah. Yep.
Right?
Because he had minors.
Yeah.
They said some of the videos with minors. They're saying, so yeah, definitely a lot of stuff. Holding people hostage.
Yeah. So right now, like
time people.
See, that's wild, man.
little sex worker.
So right now, the major allegations that they have against him are racketeering, sex trafficking, and then transportation to engage in prostitution. So and within that, there's more, like there's allegations of abuse. Multiple people saying they've been threatened and manipulating men and women around him, to fulfill his 69 God fantasies.
Say he blew up Kid Cudi car.
Oh, that was crazy.
Yeah, he blew up Kid Cudi car.
Yeah, it was in there. Arson.
Yeah.
So it's like what do y'all think? I know like everybody's talking about this. We can't escape it, but it's like, what do you guys think is gonna happen with him? Like,
all I'm saying is all the rumors that we were hearing are all suddenly coming true. We're finding out they were real.
Man.
And this is years of rumors. This isn't like all of a sudden we just started hearing it this year. This is stuff the industry was hearing from way back in the day, and it was just speculation. And now all of a sudden this idiot had videos. Like he's got all his people are obviously going to turn on him. Because one thing they ain't going to find in his part of the industry is anybody loyal to him. Nobody's going to be loyal to him because he probably blackmailed everybody.
Yeah.
Anybody working with him probably got caught up in something they didn't want to get caught up in.
Right.
Feel
sorry for Meek Mill.
I think yeah, I forgot about Meek Mill. I saw one where I'll be sure was talking about, oh, now you guys believe me when I say that I blacked out and didn't know what happened at one of Diddy's parties, right? And so and it was in a coma. There you go. There he said Diddy was the reason why he got put in a coma.
Right after Kim Porter died.
Yep. So what do I think's gonna happen to him?
Mm-hmm.
Diddy is gonna get Epsteined.
Epstein,
somebody
but I think
gonna
he got to
Epstein
snitch on some people too.
Oh, he gonna snitch.
Diddy
telling on everybody. He's singing like a hummingbird.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why he came forward. Yeah,
but they're gonna be coming for him, just like they went for Epstein. Look, the people he's blackmailed, he's probably got some of the darkest demons on his list.
Yeah. That's so wild.
They're gonna send some hits for him,
and that's the thing is like so.
Diddy.
Like with y'all two, what do y'all think? Kind of what's gonna happen with him? How you think this is gonna play out?
I mean, he'll probably end up committing suicide at some point, but that's when it gets deep. When he done told so much, it gets deep, and he just gonna all of a sudden kill himself. But
he don't got honor like that to me though. Like
you mean,
I don't feel like
killing yourself is honor.
Yeah, I think.
You don't think he's brave enough?
Yeah,
it's not. Harry
Yeah,
Carter.
I guess when you say it like that, like it's not an honor thing, but I feel like he's not the type of person, I think, even to this day, that thinks he did something wrong.
Yeah.
Where like taking himself out, like thinking about his family. I don't think he cares about any of that. I think
he don't care about none of that shit.
But you think that
because his kids in there with him. He's grooming them to do the same.
Yeah, they got beds on the basketball court, beds everywhere, basically.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw a video where they had they were on the basketball court and they had the beds, and I'm like,
got beds.
How does that even make sense to have beds on your basketball court?
You think about it, you don't want to know.
Yeah,
they're ready for it anytime. You know,
he said you think about it, you don't want to know.
Freak off, it can pop off anytime, so it has to get around.
So I got a question. What do y'all think the odds that this ties into Epstein?
It may.
Most likely. They run in the same circles.
Yeah.
I think there's a high possibility, yeah.
Because Trump and Diddy was tight back in them day, back in the day too.
They were.
There's plenty of pictures of them being young and on the same scenes.
The picture with Prince Charles or one of them. So they got caught up in some things. So yeah, they run the same circles.
Yeah.
How you think it's gonna play out?
Obama too?
Obama was there. Yeah,
Michelle.
I mean, I still will just say, like, man, you got to be realistic. Like, a Diddy party is probably a couple different layers.
It's probably one of the best parties you can go to. But if your ass stay late.
Who said that? To stay late? Somebody said, Denzel Washington said you got to leave his parties before the devil show up. Leave some of the parties before the devil show up.
And Cat Williams said, Diddy be wanting to party and you got to tell him no.
Right.
Cat Williams set it off, man.
Take that as a warning, because I remember all y'all at the beginning of the year talking about some Cat Williams just crazy.
Right.
Yeah. You let a Virgo start the year off, shit gets shooken.
And he's already told a story about it, like in a comedy. Like he went to a party, then went to each room, then saw just different actors and all that. So he's already been leaking it out for years. It's just no one really gave it attention, because especially all the stuff that he went through. Yeah. And your perception would, don't do anything you say.
Yeah.
So.
I just feel like it's just obvious. Like there's got to be Diddy has a party. He is like a dude that has the all white party. It's like during the day or whatever, those hours, those regular hours, it's probably one of the most lit parties. You can get caviar and food, and you get open bars, probably amazing. And then you stay a little later, and then it turns into a smaller party that they drink a little harder, start pulling out drugs, right? And then there's the after party,
then
and
the butt plugs come out.
That's when it's like,
everybody get a bottle of lube.
Yeah.
You know what? on a side note, still kind of sticking in the same conversation. For those that are getting into the entertainment industry, if you haven't been around a lot, as you start to get deeper into your scene, things like these might wind up popping on your radar, right? I said it before, the entertainment industry is that sex, drugs, and rock and roll is pretty much that, but different levels depending on where you're at and who you're around. You got to have the strength mentally to step away when you see things go in the direction you don't want them to. Don't get pressured into nothing, because trust me, these are experts you're dealing with. Actors. Artists are actors. Music artists are actors too. You know why? Because they acting on stage. They're acting in front of the cameras. They will trick you into doing something that you know dang well you should not be doing, from the drugs to the don't leave your drink sitting nowhere. Don't walk away without your drink. Like, you gotta, if you're in entertainment, I don't care what film or music or whatever, guard yourself, because there's some sharks. It ain't just Diddy. Diddy was a master shark, but he ain't the only sharks.
One of the sharks.
Some of them people he wind up biting, they were sharks too.
Yeah.
Right.
And I think that's what, like, I was going to ask you, Raul, how do you think this is all going to play out?
Oh, did he do his time?
You think it's going to...
And then the documentary is going to come out, and it's going to leak just enough to be like, that was crazy. But then there was more. But there's a bunch of stuff I think they're going to hide, just like the Epstein stuff.
Right.
Like, if there's about 100 people on that list, they might leak less than like 10 names off that list, just to give you like that, damn, man, I couldn't believe they did this. And then the rest of the people will probably be able to buy off. We're going to have to do favors later on in life.
Yep.
Some random speculative stuff you can say about it, but I think Diddy's going to end up just doing his time. He might get touched up in jail a little bit.
I'm trying to
he
tell
gonna be
you.
touching.
He gonna get lubed up a little bit.
He gonna be
so,
touching.
Yeah.
Man, he is...
He gonna be touching.
I think, I mean, for one, like, he's not going to be in regular pop, nothing like that. But also, like, something that's I've been seeing is that they have been, his lawyers and his side has really been, like, their defense is on, he didn't have anything to do with Tupac's murder. And they're like, we didn't even mention that. Why do y'all keep mentioning that?
Really?
Yeah.
They're probably going to find, like, audio phone calls.
Yeah, because Keith, whatever.
Keefe D.
Keefe D is already went on record and
He's
said
an
that
idiot. Yeah.
P. Diddy paid
He been
him.
saying this for like 10
a long time.
10 plus years.
It's a long time.
And then, like, Henny kind of mentioned, like, Kim Porter, like, that's a whole nother case, too.
Yeah.
Like,
Before that Tell All book
Because
came
she had
out.
found some videos, didn't she?
Yo.
That was about to. She had found videos
She's about to
of
release
him
some
having
stuff.
sex with minors, and
Yeah.
she had made. I heard she made copies and was going to be releasing them all, and then all of a sudden she died of pneumonia or something, like, out of nowhere.
and then there's, like, I mean, like, Jaguar Wright, sometimes I want to believe her rhetoric, but she be all over the place.
But, yeah.
But she was like, because she's always on Jay-Z.
She
and
got to
she's-
hide it, though, because you got to hide it within that crazy.
Yeah. There's got to be some truth to it, but she was like, yeah, they all got the same coroner. Yeah, y'all paying off the same coroner. So that part kind of stuck out to me. But
Remember which comment? He used to get the Umbop. What's his face?
Get the what?
The Umbop. Forgot his name, from Raven Simone, the light skinned cat.
Oh,
Not
Orlando.
Orlando
Orlando
Brown.
yeah.
Orlando
He's like,
Brown.
Diddy gave me the Umbop. So
he's another one. But
it's been leaked. Yo,
Diddy
it's
and the
this
Umbop.
information. None of this that's happening is new, because it's literally yes, it's been like a forever slow leak on all this information. Has been
I'm
coming out.
surprised at the people that didn't know.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there's a lot of people that have been posting saying that they don't believe none of this stuff. And I'm
Right.
just like, bro, this has been going on since the 90s.
Angie Stone came out with like a live talking about leaking some stuff out from her
Oh.
days and all that from Mary J.
Not
Blige.
Angie Stone.
Yeah.
But the problem is, like,
She's so wholesome.
nowadays with information flowing like it is, you can't tell what's real or not.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You could be the most innocent person in the world.
Yeah.
Somebody can hate you, and all of a sudden there's a big rumor about you doing something crazy. So it's hard to tell what is real and what isn't. But Diddy's stuff has been consistent from multiple people that said they saw it, heard it firsthand, or were part of it firsthand. And but one thing this this brought to light that we all knew, but now we're finding out, and not just Diddy in general, because I'm Diddy, Trump, billionaires, people with money. We've always said that, I have, that, rich people get away with murder. Rich
treating us
people
like
get away
sport.
with, but it's always been just saying it. We are witnessing it from our ex-president to, how long Diddy was able to do this with so many people afraid to make a move because of his power.
Yeah.
Because of his money.
His connections, yeah, pretty much.
They just proved the power of money.
I was rolling. Somebody was like, Diddy with the mohawk was the most diabolical.
For real.
I forgot he had the mohawk.
Facts.
I forgot he had the
Diddy
mohawk.
with the mohawk.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
Diddy with
forgot
the
he had it for a
mohawk.
while. Yeah.
That was a tell-all tale right there.
Oh gosh, but it's so much truth to that. Like we have heard rumors about Diddy for years.
Yeah.
Especially us that grew up in the '90s. Like we've heard rumors, but yeah. My prediction is this: the big dog is gonna be exposed, and I think he's Clyde Davis. I think it's.
They've been calling him out for years.
I can see that.
They've been calling him out for
I can
decades
see
too.
Clyde
they've been calling
Davis,
him for
yeah.
a long time.
I think that. I mean, I just think that Diddy is like not the mastermind.
Davis and they saying Lucian too.
I don't know who that is.
Why you say it like that?
Because I thought I would have had it as I was saying.
You trying to think about it? You trying to think about it? I can see Clyde Davis.
Yeah.
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 It's gonna be interesting to find out, but I know Diddy gonna rat, and that's why I said they're gonna catch him.
Yeah.
They're gonna touch him in jail because
Especially when they got video,
Diddy ain't
probably.
going to prison for life over for everyone else. He gonna tell on everybody in the chain of command.
Bro, and these memes are crazy. I seen Diddy lube, like the Jiffy lube, the meme, like they're crazy. But hey,
Take that.
hey,
Like to take that edition.
but yo, we didn't, man, never want to kick a man when he's down. Like I laugh about this and all of that personally, but once he was in cuffs, I'm like, okay, this is real. Like same with R. Kelly. We laughed about R. Kelly peeing on people for years. It was hilarious. And then when the real video, real people's lives ruined, it's like, ooh, this is, So I personally would say I pray for him, his family, and all of that. But I also pray for those who he has tortured. His
He
victims.
didn't stop when Cassie was down. So
Right.
Right.
I pray for his victims, and I pray that he gets his just punishment, whatever that is.
Yes.
And don't kick
Yeah.
him when he down. You might slip on some lube.
Yep.
Straight up.
Watch out for the loop.
All of a sudden, yeah.
Goodness gracious.
But also, man, I'll take this time to just say, like anybody who is experiencing domestic abuse, who's going through any abuse, man, like I don't have a number on me right now, but tell somebody, speak up. Don't allow somebody to just derail your life because of their mental health issues or whatnot. So yeah, speak out, say something. Once again, we're the Hot Mango Seed Podcast. Make sure you follow us on our social media handles, just Hot Mango Seed or Hot Mango Seed Podcast. You'll find us. Like we always claim to be, hip to the cryptocurrency market and stocks and whatnot. So today we're going to dive into our main topic, which was on cryptocurrency. Yeah, man. Last week they finally cut the interest rates. Yes. Say what?
Shout out to the Federal Reserve. Big ups.
I wanted them
I
to
ain't
cut
shouting
them.
them out.
I wanted them to cut like 3%. Like just cut it all the way
3%.
down. Yeah.
You said to cut it all the way down,
Cut it
right?
all the way down.
Yeah. I think that was a good move. But here's the thing. I was worried about a 50% rate cut, a 50 basis point rate cut, strictly because I thought it would send out a signal that the economy is so weak that it's starting to crash. Not weak, but things are changing so fast that it's starting to crash because the rates had gone so high. But the way they did it, the way they did the rate cuts and the way they announced it is what eased that fear for a lot of people, because when they announced it, when you hear something like a 50 basis point cut, you're thinking that all the Fed committee were all like, yeah, we need to cut because they're stressing, right? But when they came out with the report, they basically were saying that it wasn't all of them that thought we needed a 50 basis cut point. It was some of them, and some of them didn't think we needed it because they didn't think it was bad enough to where we should have a 50 points cut. So when they said that, it was kind of like, oh, well, it might not be as bad as we think it is as far as things, coming down, the economy cooling off, So, yeah, if they had announced it any other way, though, I think we would have seen a major crash, because when they were starting to talk, it started to go down. The markets started going down while they were talking, and then I guess when they explained a little further, all of a sudden you see it slowly going up, and it's been going up continuously until today, or was it yesterday, it started, doing the sideways thing. But it went from like Bitcoin 58,000 all the way to, I think it hit 64 at one point. Almost hit 65. Yeah,
65.
Almost hit 65, and then it came back down. I think earlier I checked, it was 62 and some change, but it's consolidating in that area. So everything got a little boost on it.
Yeah,
Except for Donald J. Trump media.
and that's a whole
that fool been crashing. But anyway, that's
like,
another story.
Just to give like somebody who I'm sure that you might leisurely pay attention, if that makes sense, or you're not really paying attention to my understanding and our understanding of interest rate cuts. So since the pandemic, we've on this platform talked over and over and over again about how the pandemic really played this huge part in causing this what am I trying to say? The inflation. Yes. Yeah, that's what caused inflation. That's what caused in the pandemic is what caused the federal government to begin to to raise interest rates. And interest rates are if you generalize everything that you borrow from. So if you borrow for a home loan, you borrow for a car loan, you borrow and paying back personal loans, credit cards. So all of that always trickles down. Like these kind of adjustments don't really show up right away. They take time to start to show up. And it's like the pandemic was in 2020 and we didn't really start to see anything happen until like 2022. And then it's just like, oh, inflation is crazy. Like the dollar is just crazy. Everybody's spending. Everybody's going on. Like, we got to do something about it. So they start to raise the interest rates, and they have been raising interest rates consistently up until this point. This is the first time in years that they've actually cut interest rates. So,
and I said 2021. The last time is 2020 when they last cut. Interest rates. They started raising in 2021.
In 2021, Mm-hmm. So like this is like super historical for us in this time because this is the first time they cut. And a lot of times when they were raising these interest rates, they were raising them by 0.25 bump, right? Like they're going up just an inch, a small little increment. And they did this, I don't know how many times, but it got to a point where we're paying $10 for eggs and, used cars aren't selling, new cars aren't selling, all this kind of stuff.
And now, I told y'all last week why.
What'd you say?
It is coming down.
Y'all was out here with them stimmies. Y'all was going to those club nights where they was talking about stimmy bash, and y'all was at the strip club just blowing stimmy money.
Hey, talking about I got it. Stimmy bash. I got it. Stimmy over here.
Right, but so with the rate cuts, like a lot of people are perking up. If you have wanted to buy a car, if you wanted to buy a house, if you wanted to, like you have been like sitting on the sideline because everything's too expensive. Now with this cut, which is a little bigger, it's like, it's still like, I just want to say like, it's still not going to be something that you see tomorrow. Yeah. People are getting more confident in the stock market. They're getting more confident. So they're like T was saying, like, when it was announced, there was barely a needle moving, but after some confidence sets in, boom, they're like, all right, we're back on. Let me invest in this Bitcoin. Let me really step in and invest in this stock or whatever. So there's a little bit of trickle, but a lot of people, I see people who are like ready to jump out the window and go buy a house now. Like,
be patient. Be patient.
Be patient.
It's a process.
One more year.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, they're already planning to do at least 2 more rate cuts of 25 basis points each. So by the end of the year, a whole full point is coming off of the interest rates, and then they got it planned out all the way through part of 2026 to be dropping rates because they're trying to get it all the way down back to 2%. I think it is 2.5 or 2% is what they're trying to get. It's coming. It's going down.
Never. You mean I'm
interest
thinking,
rates? Yeah,
I'm thinking mortgage rates, interest.
No. Well, no. Now
it will affect those.
It will affect. It will bring those down. It will bring them down. I think by the time they're done, we'll probably be looking at 3% interest rates for a house. Something around that area. I mean, because you think about it, before everything started going up, interest rates were down to 2%, 2.5%.
What did they actually take the points from? The
Something
prime
to
rate?
4%,
The
4.5.
overall
Fed interest rates, yeah.
Oh.
So when
Yeah.
the banks get a loan,
Well, when they drop
when
that
the banks-
prime rate.
yeah, when the banks get a loan from the Federal Reserve, is they're getting a loan based on the interest rate that the reserve gives them, right? And then once the bank gets that loan, they look at you and you're like, I want a house, and they're like, well, we normally charge 2%, but they added on another 3%, so they're going to tack that on top of what they normally would do, right? And so it's a trickle down. The further down the ladder, the more you're going to pay kind of situation. You know what I mean? But it's good now because I think now that they did the first cut, because that's what all the investment companies, all the investors were waiting on, is for them to actually do a reversal. And now that they did the reversal, like you said, you don't see it the first day. It takes time because everybody got to apply for the loans. They got to put in for those. But what that does is it sparks businesses. Businesses now are going to start looking back at, they might not take it right away, but as those points start dropping, more businesses are taking loans, which means now they can expand their production, which means more people get hired, right? People can afford to start getting personal loans. People can now afford to buy houses because the mortgage rate ain't 7%. It's now, going down and down. And so it's going to spark things back up, but they got to be careful on how fast they lower the rates because you don't want to lower it so much. Now you got a flood of people trying to get these loans and it just raises interest rates so high again. We go back to inflation.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But now that they did the first cut, it's about to be popping. Like this next year in the investment markets, if you've been buying for the past 2-3 years, you about to eat.
Yeah, and that's the thing is like, the things like when I think about it, like the price of your food, like when they cut interest rate, you're not gonna go to Walmart or Publix or Safeway or whatever and see that you're for us, you get that BOGO.
Hey, BOGO! Shout out to Publix.
But
BOGO.
like your grocery bill isn't gonna automatically be lower. I think that's what some people might have in mind because when interest rates were raising, all of a sudden they're noticing that their groceries are more expensive. But that's not how it's gonna happen. But over time, that's what's going to happen because when you think about it, like T was just saying, when people are borrowing against something, it opens them up to do more, like to hire more employees, but it also opens up, farmers to be able to upgrade their equipment. It opens up packaging companies to be able to lower their prices, and then it kind of just trickles down, and then finally it gets down to us, the consumers, and we're happy, and that's the big picture, the big plan. And but crypto, how does this affect crypto?
So how does it affect crypto? This is going to start getting more people because investors are the ones that are taking some of these loans, these big loans, right? And so now that they're going to be able to get some of these loans on a cheaper rate, they're going to start pumping some of that money back into these investments. You look at like MicroStrategy, for instance, with Michael Saylor. They literally, one of the largest Bitcoin holders in the world, they literally borrow money. They get loans they get a loan at like 5%, and then they buy Bitcoin that more than triples what they got their interest rates on. And that's how they grow. They get the loan at a 3%, 5%. They make, 100x, not 100x, but let's say a 10x on their Bitcoin. They pay that loan off to get another loan. They just keep building and building and stacking and stacking. So all those investors that are heavy into it, this is a really good thing for them. This is really good. It's just going to start bringing a lot more into the market.
Yeah.
And you can already see it. In the moment the interest rates drop, that same day it started to go down. Then all of a sudden, all the prices start going up because everyone knows they're like, the retail are going to be coming back soon. They're just waiting on the rest of the world to catch up.
Yeah, like crypto. Yeah, I know. Like I feel like there was so much momentum going with Ethereum, with Bitcoin. And so much momentum was going, but it was like there was this wall, this fear of a recession, this, interest rates are high. And I've been saying it for the longest, like they should have been cut.
I think they should have cut a while ago, and I think they raised the interest rates too high. But I'm not the Federal Reserve, and they know things that I don't personally know. They know things that most of us in the world don't personally know. So when they drop it, I just got to trust that You know, all I can say is this. For years, people have been saying recession, 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 recession. It was supposed to happen in 23. It was supposed to happen in 24. It was supposed to happen before that. And every time it was like, Powell is doing terrible because he's raising the rate. He's terrible because of this. Now they're saying, well, recession's coming, but it could also be a soft landing. It's like, okay, he's doing something that is literally helping the entire world. Because as our markets start cooling off, it helps cool off other markets. We are the main market in the world, and if we can cool off other markets, that means it's gonna benefit us overall. Oh Lord, what y'all looking at over there? Oh Lord.
Wow. And they called out my name. Why are you calling
Oh, they
me
called out Rue.
That must be somebody you know, dog.
Oh, Rue, what you done did?
Yeah. Hey, shout out to everybody too.
Hey.
Too. But I
Try
think
not to laugh.
another
Hold it.
Oh no.
another important piece of this too is like we were kind of talking about was the housing, right? So
Yes.
mortgage rates now are at 6%. So now there's a lot of people who are starting to refinance their homes. So while these interest rates were raising, you know, like going back to the pandemic, interest rates were as low as 3%. Mortgage rates were 3%. That's unknown and probably will never happen again, if you ask me. But they started to raise, and they got as high as 8%. So a lot of these people who did still want to buy a home in the last probably year and a half, 2 years, they may be in under a mortgage rate interest at like 7.5 or 7%, probably more around 7, but now it's at 6. So if I could give you any encouragement right now, if you're interested in purchasing a home or even buying an investment home, like T was just saying, they're gonna continue to cut. Their plan is to keep cutting rates all the way through to 25. So
You know, another thing on top of the interest rates being cut, and I know you're going to laugh when I say this, to go political. If Kamala Harris wins, which she will, one of the things she's implementing is the building of, while she's in office, 3 million homes. So while the interest rates are going down, the supply is going up, which means people are going to be able to get into housing way cheaper. They're going to be able to get into it way easier because the loans are going to be coming a lot easier because the interest rates are lower, and there's going to be more houses for them to choose, right?
and that's an ideal.
And
world.
that's the
They'll be
ideal
sturdy.
scenario if things go according to that schedule. And I'm hoping it does. I hope this is real wood. I'm gonna knock on wood.
Yeah, that's
We all have houses.
right. And it's like we have to get back to, like, you would buy a home for the like buying a home was always going to be cheaper than renting. Like that's like people bought a home to get out of paying a super high amount of rent.
Yeah.
Like people don't go and buy a house to pay more, you know, and that's kind of what's been happening over the last couple of years. It's like you go and buy a house at a 7% interest rate. You're probably going to be paying a way higher mortgage than you would have, you know, renting that place. And like Kamala Harris, and just with as the housing market has cooled, you know, like I've said before, like what really messed up the housing market during the pandemic was the lack of inventory. That's what this whole fight has been about. That's why
Not enough houses.
yeah, and with the interest rates being high, you know, these builders, you know, the people who work on homes, who buy the materials from Home Depot and stuff like that, they had to cool off too. A lot of these small businesses sizzled off and fell off because everything was so expensive. And so now, you know, this is just like a new glimmer of hope for so many people.
The other thing is, like my dad was going to move down here. He has a house in South Bend, Indiana, and he was going to move down here. And him and my, you know, my second mom, stepmom, has been coming down here. Shout out to my dad and Robbie.
Shout out to
but
you.
they've been coming down there checking out stuff. I think in Lakeland it was, And one day he calls me up. I'm getting all excited. I'm like, my dad gonna be moving here. I'm very happy because the kids will be able to be around him more. And he's like, I don't think we're gonna do it. I was like, why? And he started talking about the car. He's like, well, it doesn't make sense. Our home right now, and I could be giving the numbers wrong, but I think he's on a 2 to 2.5% mortgage rate, right?
Oh God.
And he's like, if we sell our house, it won't make sense for us to come down there to buy a home on a 6 to 7% mortgage rate. He's like, that would make no sense at all. And I was like, wow. I couldn't even. I was mad he wasn't coming, but at the same time, I wouldn't even do that. That'd be crazy, right? So now, he still ain't gonna come to Florida because we got the highest insurance in the country. But I think he's talking about Alabama or something now.
See, yeah, and that's another big play. Like I've said this before, but another big play to all of this is that, there's 3 different buckets of people. There's people who want to buy homes, people who currently own a home, and then there's people who build new homes. The people who own the homes have the most inventory. Back in the day, that's where everybody can't afford a brand new home. So you're hoping that somebody's going to upgrade and sell their property and it's going to be a little cheaper because it's used or whatever, just like if you think about cars. But these people who have been in these existing homes that want to sell and want to upgrade can't afford. Why would you sell your home that you might have your pops at a 4 or 5% interest rate for his mortgage, sell his house to jump into 8% to where you're going to be paying triple of what your mortgage is now?
It wouldn't make sense.
Yeah, why would you do that? So this is what's caused all of this inventory to be super short, and the only people that the only available homes people are getting is getting on these new home lists, and I did that when I was looking. It's crazy. These people are some of these homes are selling before the foundation's even laid.
Yeah.
Buying plots of land. But anyways,
back to crypto.
Yeah. Future looks bright. And
where's she building these houses at though?
All around.
Oh, okay.
We got not just,
I don't know if she's just gonna try to put motherfuckers in Montana.
Cool.
No. She's. I'm pretty sure. Well, I'm 90% sure that the house is going to be built in areas of high population, dense population, because that's where they're needed the most. There's no point in building out in the country when everybody's living, in another area. So, I'm pretty sure. Now we talking about the government, and they do some backward stuff. So we'll see. The interest rate's going down. This next year is going to be a good year.
It is. Yeah. So what cryptocurrency do you think is going to benefit the most? What do y'all think is going to benefit the most from
a low one or one that's already established?
Just either if you're thinking okay, people are going to start you're going to have a little bit more extra money because interest rates are cut. Where do you put your money?
Algorand.
Algorand?
Algorand's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
Now why that?
Because I like olive oil.
Okay.
And Algorand is tapped into the olive oil industry. Yeah.
Yep.
You already know what I'm gonna say.
What?
Shiba Inu.
Shiba.
And I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why. Multiple reasons. One, Shiba Inu has one of the largest communities out there, and with community is what I think I was talking to one of y'all earlier, Rob. With the community. When a crypto has a community behind it, you don't have one corporation owning most of the crypto. It's spread out amongst all the people, a lot of people that have small amounts. Some people have big amounts, some people have small amounts, but it's so spread out that if the big guy leaves, it ain't gonna hurt the crypto. You know what I mean? If one big whale, the big dogs, if one of them leaves and sells all their SHIB, it'll drop a little bit and then continue moving forward. No, we ain't whales. I wish though. I mean, we little baby whales. We ain't no whales. Yeah, we are considered baby whales though. But some of these other ones, if they don't have a community behind them, then you got a small group of regular people that own them, and you got a whole bunch of businesses that own them, right? And when someone has the kind of power of BlackRock and these other companies, when they move their stuff, the whole community gets shook. You know what I'm saying? So SHIB has a huge community. SHIB also has multiple teams that have been building behind the scenes. So they've been building everything from like SHIB has the Shibarium metaverse, not metaverse, the Shibarium blockchain, which is their own blockchain off the Ether blockchain, right? And with Shibarium, it's way cheaper than Ethereum, like way cheaper, not even close to the same ballpark to operate on there. Like the name. The other thing is with Shibarium, they have another token that's the gas token.
I can't underhear it now.
The gas token for Shibarium
Sounds
is Bone,
dangerous.
but every time you do a purchase on Shibarium, they burn SHIB. So SHIB has got things implemented in it that's getting rid of some of those. So the value goes up because the supply is going down. On top of the big community, on top of multiple Bone is part of it. Tree has its own ecosystem going on. And then one of the key things is it's proven itself over enough time. It's been through the bear market. It's been through crypto winter, and it's still number 13 out of 30,000 cryptocurrencies. It's still number 13. This is why I say it's going to be one of the biggest movers, because it's not so big that you need a ton of money in order to move it. Like, for instance, Bitcoin. In order to double your investment in Bitcoin, they got to double the amount of money already in the Bitcoin market. So if Bitcoin has $1 trillion in its own market, in order to double your value, it's got to go up. It's got to double that, right? Where SHIB is way smaller, it still has a lot of room to grow. And now that the big dogs are coming into the markets, it's proven. It's got everything behind it. Now, will it do the best? I don't know, but I think it's going to end this bull run probably in the top 5 to 7
You think?
cryptos easily.
At the end of the year?
Easily.
Okay.
Not the end of the year, by the end of the bull run, which will be mid next year.
Okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense. And what about, what about you, Rob? What are some marijuana stock? Do you know of any that
I wasn't looking at those. I was looking at I was looking at Chinese Bao, Zhao, something like that.
Okay.
Yeah, that's on the come up. But I haven't been really looking at any of the marijuana cryptocurrency side.
I was buying them for a long time, and then they just weren't, like the penny stocks and stuff, they weren't moving, but I still want to like keep some, right? Because I believe that's
going to be a hard market to get into, because especially it varies upon the state until the government makes it legal.
Right.
Then it's going to be kind of hard. But
what's your main pick? Your number one pick, crypto, right now?
Right now?
Yeah.
Nothing.
All right. He's diversified.
That's fine. Yeah, and I'd say like for me, like, oh, go ahead.
No, nothing. I was just making noise.
Yeah, I was gonna say for me, what I think to keep a close lookout on is Ethereum. I think Ethereum is gonna have a lot more people invest in it just because of the movement it's making and the progressions it's made forward. So definitely, but yeah, man.
I think they hit like 2,300 today.
Oh, really?
Ethereum went up to 25 after this. After the rate cut, Ethereum shot up to like 25. It's down a little now, but it hit that mark. But Ethereum definitely, that's one of my top ones. Is Ether.
It's climbing, and another. Right now. And we're also climbing, man. The Hot Mango Seed podcast. This is episode number 18, season 2. 18. And this is the time, where we slow down towards the end and we want to do a spotlight shout out. We take a time to go around the table and individually shout someone out. Henny Skywalker, it is on you today if you are willing.
Oh, it's on me.
It's on you. If you I know I put you on the spot.
Damn.
I can
like shout out to my mama. You made me.
I can shout out to my homie Vernie, man. That's family.
Vern, what's up,
Vernie
Vernie?
up there doing his thing right now in his residency. Dr. Rodriguez, we waiting on you to come back down here once you finish your residency, and shouting him out just because he's living the dream, man. Everything he worked for, he's making it happen.
Big ups,
and here,
Vernie.
Virgo. Let's go.
Virgos.
Big ups, Vernie. Big ups.
Yeah, shout out to you. You're our spotlight shout out today. And the jewel today, in full transparency, my computer's died. So I'm going to go out the top of the head and I'm going to tell you, going back to what we're talking about with these rate cuts with interest rates, if you are hungry to buy a home. I believe that each and every one of us, I don't care what your income is, I don't care what your situation is, you can buy a home. You got to have the faith, you got to have the patience. Right now is the time. I don't care where you are in your process, first thing you want to do is build your credit score. If that is where you are right now, start putting together a plan, building your credit score. Focus solely on that, paying off your debts, clearing up your credit card debt, and getting your credit score where it needs to be. If that's already for you and you're on to the next step, now it's saving. Save. There's going to be, hopefully in the next year or two, you're going to see things start to be a little cheaper. You're going to have the ability to have extra money. Instead of taking that trip, man, put that money to the side and start thinking about your future to buy a home. And last, I'll say that interest rates are going to continue to drop. So keep a lookout for those mortgage rates. Right now, they're at 6%. Even if you're thinking of refinancing, I wouldn't go refinance right now. Wait till 2025. Mortgage rates might be as low as 4% or 5%, or they could still be at 6%. Who knows? But jewel of the day is be patient. The seed we plant is, good days are ahead. We are the Hot Mango Seed Podcast, and until next time, shout out to Souljah Bless. Shout out to you, the people, man.
Bless.
Stay blessed.
Peace. Vote. Yes, there you go.
Vote. What do we got? Like 60
Free
days.
Palestine.
Voting
Free the
everybody.
Congo.
The seed you plant
Free Sudan. Free King T. No, just joking.
is the plant you grow.
There you go. And I am vengeance. And I'm a mango, say.
What?
When the mango become country.
Right?
I've been in Georgia.
Batman in Alabama.
Hey.
Coliseum, we out here marching in the streets for a reason. It's see 'em on, take 'em off season. Yeah, it's that King T on a hot beat of a dope track in the studio. Then to the stage.